What's up? What's up? So I am back from Imaging USA 2026. It was in Nashville, Tennessee this year. It was a great time. Actually, this is my first imaging conference. I have been to WPPI, so I wanted to kind of compare and contrast the difference between WPPI and Imaging USA. Both were great. They actually had some of the same speakers that I saw at WPPI at Imaging USA. WPPI to me, it felt younger. So I not taking anything away from imaging or taking anything from WPPI. Just some things that I noticed was that it's a younger crowd at WPPI. Imaging USA is seasoned. You know, you have I think a little bit more experienced photographers at Imaging USA. Outside of that, I know all the WPPIs that I've been to. I've only been to two. Both of them have been in Vegas. So my assumption is that every year WPPI is in Vegas, and I'm pretty sure I know they're gonna have it in Vegas this year too. I love Vegas. If you know me, you know any chance I get, if it's an opportunity to go to Vegas, I'm there. So that's great. I like going to Vegas. I think it's a great place to host a conference. Outside of that, Imaging USA, I've seen in the past that they move from city to city each year. So last year it was in Grapevine outside of Dallas, which was nice. I couldn't make it that year. This year it was in Nashville, and I believe next year it's going to be in North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. But it's from what I'm seeing, it's not in the same city each year. It's in a different spot. But what I did for imaging, I took a lot of videos of the different workshops that I went to. I learned a lot. I was inspired. If you're a photographer, I would truly recommend you go to a conference, whether it's WPPI or Imaging USA. I don't know of any others. Those are just the two that I've been to, but I was helped by it, and it's motivation, especially the beginning of the year. You know, you're setting your resolutions. It's just that extra battery that you might need in your back. Once you leave, I've never heard someone go to a conference and come back home and not be motivated. You're always going to be motivated. So real quick, I'll go over some of the classes that I went to. So this class, Beyond the Clock, Performing with Intention in a time-starved world, that was a really good class. It was presented by Andrew Donofrio. I probably butchered that last name, but it wasn't a class that kind of taught you technical skills on photography. It was more about, time management, which I think we all could use. I know I need time management at times. I think we get distracted all the time. So it kind of focused in on giving you tools on removing the distractions, kind of making a plan and sticking to that plan. So that was a really good class. Change your circle, change your life, how to reinvent yourself to grow your brand and business. That was brought to us by Jamar Jones. Another class not really speaking on, the technical teachings of photography, just giving you some life skills and how to meet people and change your circle. If you're in one genre and you want to switch to a different genre, Jamar kind of gave us tools and tips on how to make that switch. How to direct headshots. I didn't put who brought this class, but it was really good. It was a technical class. It was teaching how to communicate with your model, how to give controls using your hands, voice, and your body to help your model understand what you're trying to get them to do in a pose. So that was really good. I'm gonna list all the instructors that presented. I'm gonna list their name And if they had a social, I'll include that as well in a lower third in the video. So that was another good class. Tricia taught dancing with numbers. I think as a photographer, if you're going to these conferences, you're doing it for business, you're making money. So she kind of just taught us on how to manage your funds, if you're LLC, if you're sole proprietor, if you have an accountant, when to make those switch. If you don't have an accountant, when to hire an accountant, when to have a CFO, and things like that. So kind of setting those benchmarks of when that next step in your, and when you need to take that next step in your business. She was really good. And then of course I did see Lindsay Adler. So what was the name of her class? I didn't write down the name of her class, but Lindsay always has a good class. She had a live model. I think she had a few live models on stage, but she was just telling us, reach out in your local cities, finding those shops, those costume shops where you can buy wardrobes for your clients. I think a lot of times, I know for me, I don't really explore and see what my options are as far as wardrobe goes. So she kind of gave us tips on, how to go outside your comfort zone and try some new outfits, some new textures, and get the shot that you want. So with that, I'm gonna show you the clips that I recorded from the classes. Hope you enjoy, and I hope to see you guys at another photography conference.
We want you to be there for that. It's always inspirational. It's a great way to start the week. Don't waste time, out in the hallways when there's stuff going on in the classroom. Try to be in those classrooms.
I would do like a rich, warm, textured beige canvas. I'd do a shot like that behind, and then I would do a large soft light source from one side, and do like a simple kind of moody where the shadow side of the face falls to like a dark black. So it looks like singer-songwriter, someone who's writing real.
Matter. And the more that we all just open ourselves up to this journey of mattering together this morning, the more we're all going to get out of it. So that's my only ask. Is that cool? Yes? Okay. So I grew up in a town called Modesto, California. Anyone know Modesto?
Yeah. Can you sell your business one day? Or succession plan for somebody to take over your business one day? They're going to want to see the balance sheet because they're going to want to see if the business has value, right? So those three statements are really critical. Now, if you are not a finance person and money is not your jam, don't try to decipher the financial statements by yourself. Have a financial person, CPA, bookkeeper, CFO, again, I will tell you the difference between all three, to sit down.
Better about my settings here. It's gonna look, there we go, that's a little better. Now, you know what I did is I actually just lowered the color temperature in my camera. So I haven't used continuous Westcott lights, and so it looked a little warm, a little reddish to me, if you guys could see that in there. And I think it's also a little bit from, we have like a red light over here that is, I think, popping up a little bit. So putting that aside, you can see right away, it's looks pretty darn good, right? And I mean,
they're very aware of that we forget to look for when we're newer and less experienced. If we start paying attention to those, it's amazing how.
We have our edge lights to separate, and we have a background light to separate. Now all of these things together are going to combine into some pretty cool portrait lighting. And just a weird little photography nerd math, just to start with, I will typically make sure that I measure the power output of the main light and the key light, that they are the same. So right now this is putting out, I think, roughly 5.6, and this is putting out roughly f5.6. And anywhere that those two lights overlap onto the
path that we're able to go on. So we want to use this gift of metacognition, and we want to understand what aspects of our brain don't serve us, and how we change that, and how we grow past that. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to know the enemy. We need to know what robs us, how we rob it from ourselves.
You're giving me all the features and the benefits, but you're not giving me the transformation. What do I mean by that? Give me the thing that I want.